Hey, what's up? I'm Dev, PureGrainAudio.com, and this is my first video interview, and I am delighted to be interviewing against me, so introduce yourself and
Well,
what do you do
hello
in the
there.
band?
My name is Warren, and I play the drums and cymbals in Against Me.
Alright, so you're touring right now with Mastodon, These Arms Are Snakes, and Cursive. How's that going for you? Like, what's the tour been like so far?
It's great, actually. These Arms Are Snakes just joined up a couple days ago. Planes Mistaken for Stars did the first half of the tour, and which was awesome. Good friends with those guys, and so it's great to be out on the road with them again. And then also Snake Arms and us go way back, so it's awesome having them on board now too. And then Cursive and Mastodon, I am becoming, we're becoming friends through the process. There's a bond that you make while touring with bands. It's kind of hard to match any other way, but I was a big fan of both bands musically coming into it, so just as a fan of music, this is an awesome tour to be on. It's just a great show to watch every night. Very eclectic, which is awesome.
So I read on your MySpace that each night you're giving away a guitar signed by both bands. How did that come about? Like, whose idea was it?
I'm not really sure whose brainchild that was. It's kind of a funny thing, but I think that they were. I think that as a drummer, I'm not particularly involved, but I do sign. I think it's just a lot easier than giving away a drum set.
Yeah. So there's Mastodon, who's obviously a big metal band. There's you guys, who are a punk band, and Cursive, who I guess you'd say indie. Have you noticed a different audience from regular shows, just with all the genres coming in together?
There's kind of like a brawl in the middle of the crowd every night between all the camps. No, it's actually really, I think a lot of people kind of anticipated that, but I think that there's a lot of overlap of people that just are fans of music. People like. I think that there's a lot of people start out when they start getting into music. They're very genre identified, and that they're like, I'm a punk and I listen to punk.
Yeah.
And then most people, as you hear more music and you get into more things, and it's like you kind of just like the best examples of each style. The people that are really doing it honestly.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's a lot of people that never would have imagined these bands coming together, but are really stoked on it. I hear that a lot. And then there are a lot of people that are totally mystified by it. And then sometimes, it's hard to gauge. Like, I'll look out when we're playing and see a dude with super long hair and a Pantera shirt rocking out really hard to us, who I would have pegged as a total Mastodon fan for sure. And then when they play, there'll be kids with spiky mohawks, like totally going crazy when they play. So it's cool. It's a good experiment we're conducting here.
Best of both worlds, I guess you could say. So after this, I'm not mistaken, you guys are touring Australia and then off to England or
Europe at large. Yeah.
Who are you touring with? Is this going to be for your new album coming out? Are you pushing that when you get there? Or?
We're touring for the sake of touring. We've been doing the same thing for years.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna play a few new songs, but the record doesn't come out until July, so we're sneaking them in there as we go. And then it should be the Australia shows are with the Draft.
Okay.
They are awesome. And then Europe is it's kind of spotty, a few festivals and a few shows random here and there, and so there's not just like one band that we're gonna be with. So.
Okay. It seems you're going to be touring a lot this year. Do you get a chance to go back home and get a little R&R anytime soon, or is it
not anytime soon?
No, just straight touring.
Yeah, not really an end in sight at this point, and the record hasn't even come out yet. But
so talking about the record, obviously coming out in July. Is it going to be like your old records? Is it going to be something totally new for Against Me, or
it sounds
a little bit better?
It sounds like us,
Yeah.
I think it's obviously. I think it's just an extension of what we've been doing. We've been honing our chops, but it's great. There's no. It's the first record that doesn't have any acoustic songs on it. There's drums featured on every song on the album, so I'm stoked about that. I'm in there, 100% representation. I'm really satisfied with it.
So Butch Vig produced that album. Yeah. What was it like working with him, and what was the recording process like?
He's great. It was a lot more of a thorough process than we've ever done before, as far as doing pre-production, where we went in, which is basically band practice plus Butch.
Yeah.
And so we went into just rehearsal space with him and played all the new songs for him a bunch of times, and and just kind of talked about how the transitions worked and made sure that we were all on the same page with everything and the tempos, getting everything, you know, like exactly how many beats per minute should this song ideally be played at for like the ultimate dance party, you know, and so just kind of like going through and honing all that stuff in, and then taking a lot of time to get tones, and you got to play on a lot of different drum sets and use a lot of different. I got to record a couple songs on the snare drum that November Rain and Don't Cry by Guns N' Roses were recorded on.
Nice.
So, I mean, the whole thing, it took months, and Butch is very meticulous, but it was an amazing experience, very educational, and he's just a total sweet guy, just very down to earth and really easy to, good, nice to be around, you know.
So I guess you learned a lot from him during the process. Yeah.
Totally, and he's a drummer too, so he has that, you know, that angle coming into everything, which is cool.
Okay. The 7-inch that you brought out for the tour, was it White People for Peace? Are those songs going to be on the new album? Is this a
White
little
People,
insight of what will...
Yeah, White People for Peace is on the record, but the B-side, Full Sesh, is, we recorded in the session, but it's not on the album.
Okay. So it's... A little sneak peek
extra for the people that come
out. Past year or so, ever since, I guess you'd say, Forming a Clarity came out, you've gotten tons of good press and just attention. And going from being a small acoustic solo band from Florida to, I don't want to say international rock stars and upset you or anything, but...
I'm not easily offended.
What's it been like just going from something small to such a large scale?
Well, for the sake of accuracy, when it was solo acoustic, I wasn't in it, obviously. Just gotta get that out there.
Right.
But as it, I mean, it's one of those things that it's just been such a gradual process that it's like, you know, you're getting in a van and driving to the club and doing it over and over again, and it really feels like, you know, it doesn't feel like all of a sudden you don't go, oh wait, what just happened? We were just doing this, and now, you know, it's like as each thing comes along, it feels really natural because it's only like a tiny half step from what you were just doing.
That's your hard work,
and so
just paying off, pretty much.
Yeah, but then, you know, you look back on it in a way, and I mean, if you would have told me some of the things that we've been able to do, you know, I definitely never saw it coming. And we're really fortunate. It's been a good ride, no doubt.
So, talked about this CD, talked about all the touring coming up. Any other plans for 2007 in terms of, are you going to headline a tour to promote the new CD? Or?
Yeah, that should be, it's kind of in the works now. We're starting to plan it out. But we're going to pretty much spend the whole summer, you know, just touring. And into the fall, and then, I don't know, hopefully go to Japan maybe by the end of the year. Do a more thorough Europe tour, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we're talking about ideas for music video and all that good stuff, so yeah, full multimedia experience.
Look out for a new video, maybe. One quick last question. A rumor I've heard is you guys never wear shorts on stage. Is there something behind that? Is that true?
In fact, I always wear shorts on stage, but I'm sitting down behind the drum set, so nobody knows. But I think it's something that Tom said in an interview a long time ago, that there's something just really casual about, you know, somebody wearing shorts on stage, and that, you know, this is our work. You know, you want to get up there, and I feel I think the guys look good. I'm backing it. Not that they don't have lovely calves. But.
Well, actually, we had a conversation today about
Our
bands
calves?
coming out. No, your calves. Bands coming out nowadays with a 70s tennis shorts and whatnot.
Oh,
so.
yeah, the short shorts.
Yeah.
Hot
I
pants.
guess you've proven that wrong. So, thank you very much for everything.
Yeah, thanks for your time, Dan.
It's been a crummy day with the weather, but we're here now with Against Me, so thank you very much for the interview. And that's it. Peace.